Because our theme is the intrinsic value of nature, the design is going to be natural. That means it's going to have seasonal change, curvilinear forms, it's going to lack this quality of being manicured. It's going to look like there was never a designer. Everything looks like there is no designer. It just happened that way. And that is the look of Animal Kingdom. Now, it doesn't free you from the obligation of still doing architecture, because it is a park and it will have architecture, but you still have to go back and do the whole thing over again with architecture. And this is where we came to with our architecture. If our theme is the intrinsic value of nature, then our architecture must be subservient to the natural setting. It must. It already was, because we made that choice. And that means the building size and the height's going to be defined by a relationship to the trees. We're going to push them down. They need to be subject to natural forces. There'll be an avoidance of monumental forms, so it's not a celebration of the great architecture of mankind. It's a celebration of nature. So our architecture will either be reverent before nature, which is sort of like Discovery Island, or humbled by nature, which is everything else, which is peeling and rotting and mildewed and falling apart, or very obviously rather humble works of human design, right? And very seldom, if ever, this sense that some master designer has executed some master design that should be regarded as design, because that is in itself a statement of human value, not natural value. So we do this, and then that becomes a sort of the first conversation you have with anybody and everybody who works inside the system that guides all those decisions. And what it does is it leads very, very disparate elements towards common rhythmic resonant results. So whether you start with a light post or a menu or an architectural facade or a tree or a piece of paving, all these things are targeting in on the same end effect, which is intrinsic value of nature, realism, and adventure.